Hi guys, it's Tori. Welcome to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through setting up the template wrap design for a coffee mug and sublimating it in the Convection toaster oven. I bought both of these SVG'S on Etsy, and I will leave the link below if you like them. I'm going to change the dimensions a bit since I want my wrap to fully cover my mug. I'm using a 12-ounce Cricut beveled mug, so I'm going to change the dimensions to 10.7 by 3.81. Next, I made a duplicate of the template and set the original aside. Then I'm going to hit ungroup and delete everything on the inside, all the verbiage and the lines. And next I'm going to select everything and we're going to weld it together. And this will give me the blank template that I need. Now I'm going to adjust the image to make it closer in size. Once I think it looks about the right size, I'm going to place the template over the image, bring to front, then select both images, make sure it's centered, and then hit slice. And now I have the image that I want to use for the mug. If you're using different images and you want to make sure that they are aligned and in the correct place, that is when I use the original and I place it over the image as a guideline. And let me show you really quick on what I do with that. I would just slide this over here, and let's say I wanted to use this image and this image. Then I can slide this here and arrange, bring to front. And I can go ahead and just get a better idea that this is centered. If you see here. Okay. So that is what I do for images. If you get a warning message telling you that the maximum print area size for print then cut projects is 9.25 by 6.75 and telling you to reduce the image size, then you are probably in the live version on Cricut Design Space. To resolve that, first make sure your project is saved, then click on the three lines on the top left corner, go to Settings, change the application experience to beta, then click on Load Type and change the paper type to 8.5 by 11, then hit Done. You may also need to hit OK. Cricut Design Space will close and reopen in beta. On the top left corner of the page, you'll see that you are in the beta version, and now you should be able to make it and no longer see the warning sign. Click on Make It, make sure to turn the mirror image on, then continue, send to printer, which is my Epson printer that I converted to a Sublimation printer. If you're interested in doing that as well, it's super easy and I'll leave the link below. I'm going to leave the bleed on and turn the system dialog on as well, then hit print. The system dialog takes you to your printer settings so you can change the quality of your print. Here I'm going to select my Epson again, then preferences, change the document size to 8.5 by 11, change the paper type and quality. I select premium presentation paper, matte, and high quality. Then click on more options. Make sure your high speed and mirror are unchecked, then advanced, and mine is set for ICC profile. If you're not familiar with ICC profile, it is used for sublimation printing and it plays an important part of the printing process. I also have a video showing you how to change your ICC profile. I'll leave the link below in description. Next, you'll want to hit OK, OK, and then you'll want to hit print. While that is printing, I like to preheat my Convection toaster oven. It's recommended to preheat it at least 15 minutes before sublimating, and I'm going to go ahead and set it at 400 degrees. Before applying the sublimation paper, it's important to remove any debris or lint from the mug. You most likely won't see any debris, but it's there, and if we don't clean it, you will notice spots on your mug after sublimating it. I like to pour some rubbing alcohol on a paper napkin and clean the outside of the mug thoroughly, and then make sure it is completely dry before applying anything to it. You can also use a lint roller if you like, instead of using rubbing alcohol. If this is your first time sublimating, you may notice the color looks dull when first printed. That is completely normal for sublimation ink. Once the print is sublimated onto the mug with the high heat and pressure, the ink converts to a gas and it infuses on the mug, and it will become very bold, bright, and vibrant. Next, you need to make sure to wrap the sublimation paper tightly around the mug and tape it with heat-resistant tape. I find it better to tape all around the mug to ensure the sublimation paper stays snug around the entire mug. You want to also make sure to tape around the handles to ensure that the image is pressed against the mug really well. I think that helps a lot when sublimating. Otherwise, you may notice that you don't have as much color by the handles. Then I place the mug inside the sublimation shrink wrap. I fold the shrink wrap over the mug handle and then make a little incision where the handle is. That way your handle can fit through the incision, and then it will fit more snug around the mug. I continue wrapping the mug and taping with heat-resistant tape, and once that's done, it's time to use the heat gun. When using the heat gun, you just want to go around the mug and make sure that you shrink as much as you can and just make it very snug. Now that the convection toaster oven is ready, I place a piece of parchment paper inside, and then I insert the mug. It's very important to wear heat-resistant gloves as the toaster oven is very hot. I'm going to sublimate the mug for 15 minutes, and I'll also be rotating the mug halfway through, so I will sublimate it for 7 minutes and 30 seconds on each side. Even though I have heat-resistant gloves on, the mug is still very warm to touch. And now let's go ahead and remove the shrink wrap and the sublimation paper. Wow, this really turned out really nice. I think this is one of the best sublimation mugs I've done. So what do you guys think? Comment below, let me know, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.